Labeled as made in the Philippines, but underneath they actually say made in China. A Channel 9 investigation found these products for sale across Charlotte. So we asked some of our sister stations to check, and they found the same thing in their cities.
Reporter Joe Bruno and the 9 Investigates team have spent more than 2 months digging into this. Now, Joe asked if the company behind those products is trying to avoid U.S. tariffs on Chinese products. And Joe, what'd you find?
Well, Erica, experts say that tariff evasion costs the U.S. hundreds of billions of dollars every year. So when we got that tip, we really started investigating right away. Tonight, the U.S. government has launched its own investigation on products that we found on shelves here in Charlotte.
This one was made in the Philippines.
At least that's what the box says. We purchased these Cyber Power brand surge protectors from local Home Depot stores. But take a closer look. It's tough to tell exactly where they're from.
Peel this sticker off.
Underneath, permanent marker
Right here.
with a little elbow grease.
And the permanent marker is coming off.
And under that sticker and marker you see,
Made in China.
these discrepancies are not just in Charlotte. We worked with our sister stations in Atlanta, Boston, Pittsburgh, Memphis, and Jacksonville. They all found Cyber Power products on shelves in their cities with the same labeling issues. Last year, the U.S. government imposed a tariff of 25% on hundreds of categories of products imported from China. Surge protectors are among those items. Imported from any other country, there's no tariff. As a result, some companies have moved their operations out of China, but others, according to experts, have simply looked for ways to evade those tariffs.
You look at this.
International business professor Alex Perry told me if this is tariff evasion, it is not a strong effort.
Honestly, a pretty pathetic attempt to mask an obvious fraud.
Perry said it would be pretty easy for customs to get to the bottom of this.
I don't see how you can hide it. I mean, unless you are engaged in an enormous fraud, which might be more expensive than what you're saving.
So here's what we're talking about.
So I took all of those surge protectors to the Atlanta office of U.S. Customs and Border Protection.
Does this look like tariff evasion to you?
At face value, it does to me. It does look like an attempt at duty evasion.
Field Operations Director Donald Yando told me Customs frequently discovers companies providing false information to avoid paying higher duties. As I showed him the products we found, he saw a lot of red flags.
The original marking is not completely obliterated, so this would not meet an appropriate change in country of origin marking.
As a result of what we found, there is now a federal investigation.
We appreciate you, bringing this product to us because it now is resulting in an investigation into that company.
So where was this product actually made? We sent a long list of questions to Cyber Power, which is based in Minnesota. The company would not agree to an on-camera interview with me or even speak to me on the phone. Instead, it sent an email saying, "At no time did we mean to confuse or deceive our customers, partners, or the public." It went on to say that the company started shifting the manufacturing of some products from China to the Philippines in late 2018 and was using old packaging. And instead of throwing away the old boxes, the company decided to save costs and be environmentally responsible by relabeling the existing package with the new country of origin information. But Cyber Power refused to comment on our other findings, like this box. Here it's made in Taiwan, and it's covering up something that says made in China.
And it wasn't just the packages. Inside, on the products themselves, more stickers, some easy to pull off.
Right here at the bottom, made in China.
Others requiring a knife.
Let's just see if we can peel this off.
Covering up
Aha!
what appears to be some sort of alteration.
They blacked out where it says made in China.
It really has an impact on the U.S. economy.
Donald Yando says tariff evasion ultimately affects all Americans. The government investigation into what we found could take several months, but he says Customs will figure out what, if anything, these stickers are intended to hide.
Would you be comfortable purchasing this product?
No, I would not.
It's not just an economic issue, it's also a safety issue. The Consumer Product Safety Commission confirmed it's monitoring this situation and checking out these surge protectors, monitoring to see if there is any indication of a potential safety hazard. Experts worry if there's fraud in one place, then there might be more wrong with the product. Erica.
Well, Joe, I know we purchased some of those products from Home Depot. What does Home Depot say?
Home Depot told us that they are working with this company, CyberPower. They sent us a statement saying that they require all of their vendors to follow applicable laws and regulations, Erica.
And you also said the customs investigation could take a few months. Depending on what they find, what could come out of all this?
Some tough penalties. This is a very serious offense. We could be looking at civil penalties, the company having to pay a fine. We could also be looking at criminal offenses here, Erica.
All right, Joe, I know that you'll stay on top of it and keep us posted. Thank you.